expect probably more pressure on the Blazers here in Game 2 after winning Game 1 by 10, and we are underway.
Yeah, I think Game 2 is also tough. I think it's tougher for the Hawks.
They do double as Kidd got in there, and Ryder pushes it outside to Stoudemire.
I thought that was the difference for Portland as much as Ryder.
He filled everything. Steals, block shots. There's a knock away by Wallace. Picked up by Chapman for 3, and that's a great sign for the Phoenix Suns.
Same thing, or hoping to do the same thing.
Here's Sabonis working on Robinson. Behind the back pass to Stoudemire. And finally retrieved by Stoudemire. Wallace is open. The 5. Stoudemire's been hot. Grant is picked up by Longley on the defensive switch. Wallace out to Sabonis. Guarded by Robinson.
Well, you can see, again, every time they score, that means the Suns have to walk the ball up the court.
Here comes Kidd. Bumped and crowded by Ryder, and he wins the battle right there. And Ryder nods in approval. So, yeah, you won that one.
Yeah,
of course, they're both
shot
from Alameda,
yeah.
California.
You know, what Ryder was thinking, he did a good job defensively. The guy still scored. That's the difference between college and the NBA. In college, if you play great defense, the guy usually misses the shot. In the pros, you can play good defense, and the guy still makes the shot.
Ryder with
He wants to stay on the floor by playing good defense. Here, Ryder does a nice job playing D. Better offense from Kidd.
at 15 years of age. His dad is 6'1". He's a tailor back in Lithuania.
6'1", and he's that big.
And he's 7'3", as you see.
You better check the milkman.
The twirling Wallace. What was that?
To credit the defense. I think that's who Portland wants the ball to go to. He's 0 for 4.
Ryder inside, working on Kidd as they switch the defense, and he devours him inside again. Shooting hand.
And this is a tough matchup for him because usually he's quicker than the guys that guard him. In this series, there's 2 guys, Wallace and Grant, that are quicker, taller, and stronger than Gugliotta. That's not a good combination.
Klein knocked it away. Kidd racing. Klein cashing the defense and flies in for 2.
That was unbelievable.
I'd like to get a time on his step from this side of the floor to that side of the floor.
Just think fast.
Yeah, very fast. Another knock away. Gugliotta, great no-look pass to Robinson inside, and the Suns come up with the quick 2.
Kid gets the ball, and good things happen for the Suns.
Joe Klein is going to plug the middle defensively as Ryder aims from outside and buries a 2.
See, that's what he's going to do.
He's Stoudemire leading the brigade to Wallace, into Sabonis. A touch pass to Grant. What a pass by Sabonis.
It's rare that you want to check.
Longley to Klein, touch pass to Gugliotta. Sabonis again vacuums it in. 20 seconds to play. 3-on-3. Look out for Wallace! Blazers have a 15-point lead. Their biggest tonight. Kidd swerving through traffic and right to the rack.
Yeah, he's going to make you play him. You can see Jason Kidd is going to try to take this game over. He usually does this in the 4th quarter. He's doing it early tonight.
Ryder trying to beat the buzzer and count it!
Shot by Gugliotta, and then who gets the ball on the other end? It's the same guy. It's Rasheed Wallace. Look at left of your screen and him running the floor. That's just great effort.
Taken out about halfway through that first quarter. They put in Joe Klein. Now McLeod is in. Stoudemire to Grant, left uncovered and untouched on the baseline.
See, right,
this versatility with the Suns. Kidd is in. Here's George McLeod. And outside for Kidd. For 3, Jason Kidd.
You know, that scares the ball in his hand as much as both of those guys had at their other teams.
Stoudemire 6 with 6 assists. Inside the tomahawk missed by Wallace. Out to Williams, slithering, snaking, and feeding to Grant. What a play!
Jimmy Jackson's pass, but look at Williams going to the go-trotter act with the ball behind his back and pass to Grant.
They call him the Wizard. His high school coach gave him that name. Williams with the assist. The pass caught by McLeod, who is a great 3-point shooter. Manning down the lane, knocked away. Great defense. Here comes Ryder, floating, spinning. Oh, what a shot by Ryder!
Has taken Sabonis off the dribble. Right there, he takes him, but Grant gets in. They get the rebound, and you see the little flick pass from Sabonis, throws it down to Ryder, and this is something you can't teach.
One is McLeod, fetches it and gets it quickly to Kidd. Down court to Manning, who's like a coach on the floor. Robinson, the recipient, and the easy 2.
Left, we're still only 10 points out of this game.
Suns were shooting in the 20s, now at 40%. Danny Manning drills one from the baseline.
That's it.
Stoudemire and Kidd. Manning is shadowed by Sabonis, and that's a matchup that Manning loves as he detonates
In this game.
And they've done it quietly and methodically.
And they've done it small with the small players. It has really paid dividends for Danny Ainge.
Now they go back to their bread and butter. Here's Ryder, this time covered by McLeod, the third guy to guard Ryder. And he does the same thing, beating it.
Pass. I think he has 3 or 4 turnovers a game, not because it was a bad pass, but because his teammates aren't prepared for it.
Wallace driving down the lane. Pretty play.
In Trailblazers, I think at some point in the next couple of years, he'll be that go-to guy.
Game clock is the shot clock. Kidd, Garrity for 3. Good! Garrity from out.
Shooting 63, that's a problem.
It's Kidd backing him down, kicking it out, caught by Robinson for 3. Gugliotta with a clutch offensive board. Back to Robinson, scooping the miss, up and down the third time. As Stoudemire works on Kidd. Grant guarded by Gugliotta. Sabonis outside to Stoudemire.
See, that's the third time that Jason Kidd, they're not an athletic team, but they are a high IQ team.
Yes.
And I think that's what Danny Ainge is trying to play on right now.
Ryder a bit quiet tonight. Into Wallace in a thicket of defenders. How in the world did he get up so high?
Quicker than Sabonis. On the other end, you go to Wallace. He's taller than everybody on the court.
Kidd for 3. He was a 36% three-point shooter. Ryder at the other end. Buckle up as he's held and can't get it to go. As Clifford.
Now you can see right here, they're going to go to Wallace. Garrity is trying to front, but every time he fronts, good pass. You have to put pressure on that passer if you're going to front. Look at the release. Ryder gets loose. Shouldn't have waited. Should have gone right up, and he would have gotten.
Off to Kidd. Small ball continues for the Suns. Running the pass. Kidd to Robinson. Knocked off balance by the bulk of Sabonis. And Stoudemire the other way. 4-on-1. To Grant.
That was a foul.
Yeah, Klein took 30 stitches to close a gash, plus plastic surgery. Kidd with the miss. Gugliotta, draped by defenders, got the rebound, and it's tapped up and in. 12th point of the game. Sabonis on top. They like to station him there. Here comes the shifty Stoudemire. Working around screens, posing it to Grant.
Well, how about this for a Mother's Day gift for you? 11 assists is his season high, and it's his first double-double of the year today.
Well, like I said, he's his own critic, and he said he just have to put that behind him and do what he has to do.
Right, exactly. Shot clock at 5. Stoudemire dancing on Kidd in the lane and down. What a shot. Stoudemire has seen most of the minutes at the point, even with Anthony playing as well as he has. Stoudemire has been brilliant tonight. Driving there and exploiting the mismatch. Yeah, came off a CBA roster.
That tells you the problems the Suns are having at the point guard position.
Robinson can't get it. Livingston can't tap it in. McLeod in a thicket of defenders is whacked inside and fouled.
Great rebound by McLeod.
A couple surgeries and he was done.
Now you can see Greg Anthony's in, so they have made the defensive switch.
Great pass by Gugliotta.
Oh, great pass.
To Robinson, and then Garrity had a shot, but the defense too stiff by the Blazers.
How about that? Great interior passing, better defense.
Altman flies inside.
And he loves you.
Probably does. If you're saying that. Here comes Gugliotta. Quickly doubled by Wallace. Robinson. And then Grant will go mano-a-mano on Gugliotta, which is tough. Phoenix in their drought, you saw there as Jackson dances. Got a screen over McLeod, right between the eyes.
And see, he's not Asher going to the bucket. If he's going to start making shots, say goodnight.
Kidd behind the back, triple teamed. He goes into a butcher shop as he was whacked every which way and falls hard to the wood, and a foul called on the Portland Trailblazers. Look at what he has to go through.
Yeah, how tough is it when you're the best player, the best driver, the best passer, and the effort player, and the energy?
7 to play in the 4th. Pass to Wallace, finding Ogman, whacked by Manning, counted anyway, and a foul.
Well, you know what, Blazers just became more physical than his team. Look at the bodies on the floor, and lately it's always been the Suns for Jason Kidd.
After going through 5 of them. Jackson again. The intensity now has just completely left this building. Williams for three. And because
the Knicks scored 73. How do you go from 95 to 73?
That's something, but they look like they changed the way they were doing it. McLeod for three, right down the middle.
You know,
Jackson off to Stoudemire. Livingston is on him. Livingston's played well.
He really has. I think he's earned himself more minutes from Danny Ainge.
Jackson, double team, floats inside.
Signed with the Phoenix Suns. And they believed that McDyess, even with him signing, that they were still going to get Gugliotta.
Garrity buries the three.
The 7th youngest team in the NBA, 4th youngest in experience, and they came out and did their job like veterans.
Blazers.